Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's broadcast of Southern College League Legends. I am one of your hosts, Coach Antorn. Alongside me is
your other host, T.
Let's go, T. What up, T? So we just watched the draft. Very interesting. We are up against today Kennesaw State University. This is a battle of two titans in the PeachBelt Conference. Potentially the top two teams in their half of conference. Kennesaw State enters the game 2-1, dropping their game to Converse University. And Florida Southern enters 4-0. So still undefeated, but this is their first real test of this. Could be a good one. So, initial thoughts, T, on the draft.
Well, as you heard me saying earlier when we were just talking with the good old mic muted, you're kind of confused on where Wukong, Karthus, and Akshan, like the arrangement of positions here, thinking it might have been a Wukong jungle, Akshan top, Karthus mid. And right before we switch over, we realize, wait a minute, Karthus jungle still exists. So I'm thinking, I'm kind of excited to see.
This is definitely interesting. I think, as I mentioned, there's not really a true tank outside of Kennesaw State. Not sure how that's going to work for them. Good kid AJ being on the Shen, I think, is a good thing for Florida Southern in the mocks. Indrish. Excited to see that. Nocturne in the jungle. But the Akshan mid, Karthus jungle, that's going to be different than what we usually see.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I was trying to find some way where I can like excuse their and be like, oh, maybe this person can play as a tank, but when I look at it, I just don't see it unless Wukong goes more like a brute, but then he'd only be no tank. His double could distract maybe a little bit if he tricks people. As of right now, I'm not sure what they're going to go for here.
Yeah, definitely. I do like the Rakan on Paramore. Does have a pretty good cons. Excited to see that. Hipster G always on. Look out for late game. is what I gotta say on that one.
Arthas and Lux, that might be scary here though.
It could be a lot. Could erase some people from the map, that's for sure.
I realized Karthus, Akshan, Caitlyn, Lux, like some like long range big.
True. That is very true. And a lot of movement from Akshan, stealth from Wukong. There's some opportunity here in Kennesaw's side to really frustrating.
Yeah. I feel like that's the same for Florida Southern here. A little more in the practical manner, but looking at this change, very heavy hitting characters, definitely going to be big threats to each other.
I agree. And we are just getting into the spectator delay, so we are going to be right back. We'll be back in 3 minutes when we are in the game. And we are back. We are hopping into this game number 1 of this best of 3 series between Florida Southern College and Kennesaw State University.
These pings already.
So many pings.
20 pings, just them just being like, okay, we're just gonna go all over the map. I have no idea what the plan.
Looks like a standard 5-point. Maybe Wukong's looking for trade against this Shen.
Pretty interesting, especially like the timing he's looking for it at. More so just trying to see if Shen can walk into that push, but I don't think that's normally how our top lane.
Good question. Not sure. You spot Karthus. They know Karthus is on the top side of the map.
I think that Warden on the red side is going to be pathing of Wu and all that.
A little bit of poking back and forth between Nocturne and Karthus. Karthus looks like he might be starting his top side. Be really valuable information. Southern to both junglers are going to be starting from the top side.
I feel like that'll just make it easier to follow the enemy jungler. You're not like directly paying attention. You feel like they're probably going to be about where I am.
For sure. That's true. I would have never guessed that Karthus would start red. I feel like he's a very hungry.
Oh, he is. I don't know what's going on here, honestly.
Getting a little poke in there. Paramore. Gonna answer back with a little bit of poke onto the Jinx.
Yeah, Jinx looking pretty low right here.
Lux can be really annoying in this, when it comes to the poke he can throw out.
Yeah, I think it's like all that on Jinx, like dive.
Yeah,
Together
potentially a little bit. I think right now Jinx is so weak and not really looking unless if someone gets caught out significant.
Yeah.
Whereas Lux and Caitlyn are very strong.
On the top lane, Wukong being bullied a little bit by Shen.
Trades there for Shen. Stun there from Yowski. All across the map, we're seeing really good trades for Florida Southern. Outside of the bot lane a little bit, but overall, looking like some good early game mechanics and strategy on the side of Florida.
Yeah, and we're looking at it. Karthus is really low on mana, but it feels like he actually planned out this path that he's taking, just barely having enough mana. Gromp as well.
And it's just kind of bullying Wukong top side.
Yeah, just getting poked under his own tower by a melee champ.
All pretty even game here. Nobody made big mistakes yet. We're 3 minutes into the game. No kills on either side. Continual poking, continual farm. Pretty even on all of those. Shen does have a little bit of a farm lead, but Wukong catching up as they've crashed. Shen trying to back, does successfully back in time before there. A stun on the side of Lux will take Jinx down. First blood going.
Unfortunate indeed. Just getting rooted like that really hurts.
Definitely does. There's not a whole lot you can do with get hit by a Q from Lux and then an E, and there's just a lot of damage. Give a nice gold lead to the bot lane here, side of Kennesaw State. Pull up that about a 500 gold lead. Side of Caitlyn, that's going to be that kill, first blood gold. Be really nice on this Caitlyn, able to back and buy some items.
Going for boots first, kind of interesting. I really expect her to back and grab Component of Kraken Slayer.
Yeah, that's a
Noon
yeah,
Quiver. Noon Quiver.
a really interesting buy for an early lead on an ADC, in my opinion. Good bit of poke there on the side of Kennesaw State. On to Raikon.
They're really getting some map priority on the bot side and probably looking to take this drag here. Meanwhile, in the top lane, and starting a little poke battle with Wukong again.
Kennesaw State is going for this dragon. I don't think Florida Southern can test it. I don't even know if they know. Like, the Karthus miscalculated exactly what he could do there and ended up executed by the dragon.
Kind of sad because if FSC knew about that, they would have had a chance because Karthus died to actually get that steal off, especially if they had.
Sure.
Definitely a shame.
Karthus might have died with blue. My calculations are.
Would really hurt him.
We're starting to get a bigger gold or a bigger farm for Shen up in this top lane. Won't be that big of a farm difference once Shen gets or once Wukong gets to farm this wave right here. There is a significant about 10 farm.
Yeah, Shen has done a really good job on pushing these under Wukong's tower and minimizing them and get from. Wukong just barely missing Shen as he backed. Looks like Shen has level 6, so we might see cheeky teleports. See what Kate decides to grab from store this time.
Bit of poke there, Syndra.
Pickaxe. Very interesting buys.
Three. But Caitlyn is, I believe, high diamond. One in there, and last there was a GM, so I'm not gonna act like the expert on that one. Then coming in with the ult, gonna save him, but then gets interrupted by the Wukong.
Wukong almost dying to save, to prevent Shen from.
All the same. A little different.
You get from one place to another.
Correct.
Except now your
One
friend's
just
the
has a
minion.
shield and.
The other one you're using your friend as a minion. you know.
Yes. Exactly.
So far, Florida Southern has been able to kind of narrow the gold lead again. Nocturne just ganking bot lane.
There it is. That's a nice gank there. A nice use of the ult on Nocturne. They're going to pick up a kill. Nocturne going to pick it up.
Full spell shield on that Lux Q. Could not do anything about that.
Not at all. But that'll be a nice pickup for Nocturne. Not sure if they wanted it on Nocturne or not, but a kill's a kill, and they'll take it. Rakan will pick up and assist on that as well.
Yeah, whether they wanted it on him or not isn't. Can affect it a bit, but really consider just the effect that a fed Nocturne can have on a match.
That's true. That is very true.
Really follows that champion design they were going for with him. Total nightmare. Wukong going back to his top lane. Looked like Karthus thinking about Nocturne's plans to grab Rift here. Really wants.
They're looking at, I think their eyes are on the dragon. Dragon coming up in 5 seconds. See if Florida Southern will be able to contest, or will they'll want to contest this. They are picking up this Rift Herald on the other side of the map. Karthus now trying to pick up some bits of the jungle, Florida Southern side. For Khan, an ult, a nice stun there by Cinder. That's going to be a kill going on the side of Florida Southern with Dragowski picking it up.
Karthus absolutely caught out there trying to take the Raptors while he was waiting for Dragon to come up. Didn't expect Rakan to just have his number and absolutely call it.
Exactly. Caitlyn ult not going to quite take down a lot off of Jinx here.
Yeah, I was a little confused when I saw that, wondering maybe Lux would try to do the rest of the combo to get that kill under tower, hurt Jinx's morale a bit, but just they didn't do anything with it. Florida Southern dropping Rift down mid, possibly taking a plate or two. Almost destroying tower right there.
There you go, so close.
Didn't quite get it though, probably going to rotate the Dragon, grab that real quick since mid and bot both have priority here.
They do have some nice priority in this bot lane and mid lane a little bit, so we'll see if Florida Southern makes a play at this Drake.
Top lane just casually bonking them.
And does have ult again. Also has TP.
Probably doesn't need it yet.
Nice. Florida Southern will pick up that second dragon. Let's go. Nice 1k gold lead at this point for on the side of Florida Southern.
You know, when you think about it, it's a bit of a shame, but also impressive how that one mistake from Karthus' part on his being in the wrong place at the wrong time kind of ruined their chances of getting that dragon.
That is true. That is very true.
Jen saving his taunt to escape from Wukong here. Maybe turning the fight around in the minions.
One, it's going to be a close one. The Karthus ult.
No.
Potentially, no. Nice shield for Shen.
Jen barely survives the Karthus ult.
That was clever, and he's staying. Potentially.
Yeah, he just wants to grab this farm, probably leave, and then most likely TP back.
Now Akshan gonna fight Dragowski here. And an ult from Caitlyn picking up that kill on Dragowski.
Yeah, unfortunately, Akshan used his E to just absolutely juke Dragowski there with his stun. Lost him in the fight.
Yeah, unfortunate. Seeing even farm still in most of our lanes here. Even in the top lane, the farm is pretty even. Nocturne having the one significant farm lead against his counterpart.
Let me take a quick look at the differences for lane. It's interesting. Jinx is still behind about 800 gold, but he's been steadily catching up to Caitlyn and even surpassing her in farm, which is quite impressive considering she's had less time in lane.
True. I think a lot of the gold on the side of Caitlyn is from turret. I believe.
Yeah, that's two of the plates.
Significant
Or three plates.
Plates there, yeah. You see a nice gold lead on Dragowski, 700 gold, which is nice. There it is. That's the Nocturnal. Makes everything dark for the opposite or the enemy team, and kind of just jump and take a kill.
I feel as though like Nocturne is invaluable because of the denial of vision it gives.
I agree.
Especially against teams who are really good at warding. You literally just say, no, your wards don't work for 5 seconds, and you can't see where your teammates are. You have no idea who is being jumped on.
That's true. Communication is key in a Nocturnal, and if it's not on point exactly, you're going to...
Especially in solo queue adjustment.
True.
Well, Karthus is struggling quite a bit in the jungle here against Nocturne. I'd say about as expected.
Your icon is strong on this Nocturne.
I just realized something. We have Shen'el and Nocturne spell shields, and Rakan's like shield. Like, there's a lot of things to just deny that damage from Karthus ult.
That's true. That is a really good point. Here comes Nocturne trying to make something happen. Shen ulting in. They're both going to get stunned by the Lux.
But because Lux used that there, she's dead again.
Yeah. A nice pickup. There's another kill on Duraikon. That's 3-0.
Yeah, interesting positioning on her part. She came from Rybush? Where was she walking from? Because she was
That's a
coming
good
from
question.
behind the Nocturne there.
It might have been Tribush as I see a pink ward there. An ult from Duraikon. Gonna pick up a kill against Caitlyn.
Duraikon popping off again.
And another fight going on here. Dragowski gonna take the kill on Wukong. And now AJ gonna kill this Karthus. That's a great group of decisions and kills on the side of Florida Southern. And really gonna open up this game.
That $5,000 gold lead here,
Yeah, that's a massive gold swing there.
especially considering how close they are in Elo overall in these past few games. Florida Southern, it's been Tom's partially because it's been this like absolutely massive Elo diff, you know.
Yeah.
Like the difference in ranks between teams was insane, but in this one it's relatively close, and it's
It is.
honestly kind of surprising, like how this game is swinging so hard.
Florida Southern's done a really good job recently with working with our with one of our coaches. We're working with Zoo, who is the former Maryville coach, and he's been coaching our team and making some really good, like doing some really good stuff from a player development standpoint, and really getting the team to see the greater objectives of the game. And I think it's been really valuable, and we're seeing that today.
Yeah, it's definitely showing in their gameplay. A lot of the players improving on their own, and in general, just recently, like Dragowski hit Challenger again.
He did finally hit it today or last night. Really excited for him. I know it was a goal of his was to hit Challenger again this year.
And what is Challenger?
Challenger is
rank-wise?
the top 300 in North America.
Top 300 in North America?
Yes, we are very lucky to have Dragowski.
Got a celebrity.
There's Dragowski right there showcasing his abilities as he picks up a kill against Wukong.
It's funny you say like showcasing abilities of like a Challenger player. You just presses R. on
Pretty
Syndra.
much. Pretty much. Jink's going to try to pick up this Rift Herald here. They are standing on that scuttle, so
Yeah, KSU knows about it,
do
but I
see
don't
it.
think they can do anything about it here. They probably called it and just kind of said, don't touch it. We have to give it up because they have so much cryo here.
yes, absolutely.
And doing a good job just...
Misses the taunt, but good kid AJ is doing quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, he's...
Got to be careful though. The poke or the range on Akshan's a bit bigger than Shen as a
Just a
melee
tiny
champion.
bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Gun versus sword. Gun normally wins unless you're in Final Fantasy.
I'm gonna trust you on that one. I don't get the or I'm not a Final
Sword?
Fantasy guy, but I get you.
Called sword.
Okay,
Like sword big
that is
as
a
your
very
body.
large sword.
Yeah.
Yes, I have played Smash, so I'm well aware of that.
Sephiroth.
Yes, ridiculous.
Love it.
Sword at that map long. I don't know.
It's how we'd use the yardsticks in grade school.
Yes, exactly. Yardstick. True.
Other than that, feels like the gold league's expanded just a tiny bit, about 1,000 gold more. Not much going on at this point in the game. Both teams fighting for vision throughout the map, just trying to see if they can get that slight edge on the other team. KSU trying to come back from this goal difference, and Florida Southern trying to keep it up.
Absolutely. They're going to continue to farm up and take objectives across this map. The next objective, we see Dragowski potentially looking for Wukong. Wukong going to flash away.
Wukong just trying to walk around the river, just chilling, and Dragowski actually having his number. Jen trying to push up bot lane, keeping the pressure there while everybody else goes around and does their thing. Jen able to literally transfer whenever he wants to. Fight starting in the jungle on KSU side.
Nice charm there by Rakan and Paramore. Gonna pick up a... Oh my goodness. Holy cow. There's a lot going down right now. Nice couple pickups on the side of Florida Southern. Trying to kill Lux. Can't quite do it. Good kid AJ going to fall.
Feels like FSC got a little too excited in that fight.
It was a lot. They overextended a little bit, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Next objective here is going to be potentially Dragon in 145. We do have Baron up. Not quite sure what Florida Southern's going to be pushing for first, but those two are options.
Just looking at the farm here, both teams are relatively even when it comes to their farm. Even when you consider like how much FSC is pushing onto KSU. Like looking at bot lane, it's about the biggest gap we see here with about like a 40 CS difference, but in other lanes it's relatively even. Mid lane especially 183 to 182, top lane 145 to 137, jungle being another like second largest difference, which is the 30 CS difference, but I don't know, I'm just used to seeing bigger numbers than that as far as the difference.
That's true. They're really close in terms of farm, but the key here is the kill difference.
Oh yeah.
The kill difference and the objective difference. We have 3 towers on the side of Florida Southern versus 0 on the side of Kennesaw State. That's going to be a massive difference in gold. And then you look at the kills. I mean, this Nocturne's 4-0, this Syndra's 4-1. Those are massive gold differences as well. And that's where we're seeing this as 6K gold differences in those specific numbers.
And you're considering like those 3 towers, 2 Rift Heralds, 1 drag up technically.
True.
Going by like the gold amount, so that's definitely quite a bit of gold just through objectives alone. Shen going in for a pretty risky fight here, not realizing that Lux and Karthus are coming up right behind him, trying to find some way to outplay it while his teammates push in other lanes.
Gonna go down there eventually to Karthus.
Another tower dive on Caitlyn, having to flash and Gale
and
Force
Eid.
out.
Might have Gale Force as well. Eid.
Flash E Gale
She
Force
threw it
out.
She threw it all. They're gonna stop the Herald just in time. But a Rakan charm is gonna end in a nice kill. A double charm there. Rakan absolutely owning those charms, turning the tides of these fights in the favor of Florida Southern.
Again, like FSC on this in their comp has such like big numbers, like Monkey Brain Go Burr from how big their damage numbers are with each of these champions. Nocturne having that assassin damage, Syndra having that huge damage as a mage, Jinx being Jinx, and all they need is a tiny bit of CC from Shen or Rakan, and they can just insta-pop anybody on KSU's team. KSU has this like idea of poking, but they can't do it if FSC is just constantly them.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. And Florida Southern does pick up that 3rd dragon. X-Check dragon there. Next one will be for Dragon Soul. That'll be in 4.5 minutes.
If I'm not mistaken, Dragon Soul for X-Tech is pretty massive. I believe it gives the static shiv.
Oh, yes, it does. I believe that is correct.
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick.
I'm So Clean is in the bottom lane here, trying to pick up some farm, trying to dig their way back as a team back into this game. After Florida Southern has established a gold lead of nearly 9,000. It's astronomical.
It's a Chain Lightning slow, so it's like Static Shiv, but better.
A nice stun there by Dragowski, gonna pick up that kill. Paramore is actually gonna take it.
Paramore just absolutely suffocating KSU.
Yes, he is landing charm after charm, doing absolutely amazing job as the support here. Now they're gonna turn their head towards Baron.
Got some spoilers in the background there.
The sound of the team going crazy, being excited, is probably a good sign on the side of Florida Southern, but how they get there, we're about to see. They continue to put down this Baron. They do pick up the Baron.
First step being taking that Baron, then probably pushing literally everything. I don't think KSU really has the chance to do anything here because of how big this gold difference is. And you get to this point, like, FSC just has the advantage, and since they can get onto KSU, they're just breaking down their entire game plan, and the fight just get won by FSC.
A nice charm again by Paramore. That might lead to a kill if Raikon can figure it out. Can't quite do it. Akshan ult. Shen did ult in, granting a shield.
Bit of hesitation there on Drycon's part when he saw the Shen shield. He didn't know if he should go in or back away.
And Nocturne Drycon is taking down this turret in the top lane with AJ. Gonna move their direction or their attention, or potentially.
It's just the two Pochamps are having trouble killing a single Baron buffed minion. Finally getting him out. Almost took their tower solo. Real trooper.
Clearing some vision in jungle.
One thing I will say about
There we go. We have a Nocturne all coming in. Picks up a nice double kill there. Actually, the first kill on Lux goes on the side of Shen. That's 2 kills for Florida Southern. That's going to potentially open this final game wide open. Or this first game wide open.
final game.
I don't know why I said that. Rykon picking up the blue. Continuing to suffocate this Kennesaw State team. The rest of the team is going straight for this inhib, potentially looking towards a Nexus.
Oh yeah, it looks like they're gonna try to end it here. I was saying earlier, like one good thing Kennesaw was doing is like just denying vision before FSC comes with a counterpoint and just instantly kills everybody on Kennesaw. Oh
Wukong
jeez.
coming in. Not in time, though, as Florida Southern does take down this Nexus and takes game number 1 against Kennesaw State. This is a best-of-3 series, so we have some more games to play, and we'll be right back. All right, and we are back. The draft of game number 2 in this best of 3 series. Florida Southern taking game number 1. And now they look to close out this series in game number 2. We are in the draft. We did see the lull draft before this. We know what's coming, but now we get to talk about it. What are some of your thoughts on this early part of the draft?
Confused to say the least. I have no idea what's really happening. Trying to figure out, like, I'm assuming might have a weird. I was thinking top instead.
Yeah, I think it's definitely Ken and Top. We'll be on AJ. See who's taking jungle here. Now
Yes.
jungle. So Renekton mid.
That's. I've never seen it.
Where what happened happening yet, but I have seen some Cho'Gath mid, so I guess similar.
Possibly. Probably different though. Cho'Gath goes one late game with his health and tankiness. That likes to just get kills early game. Snowball it.
True.
So I feel like gameplay and how it would roll out if it's like different. But just looking at KSU's team, because it's a lot less confusing.
It is.
Yasuo is looking like he's gonna have quite a few chances to get his ult off. Looking at like Diana's pool, I think her pool counts as a slight knock-up. Malphite's ult counts as a knock-up. Seeing what else we get, Lulu's ult counts as another knock-up. FSC might be have to be a little scared if they don't shut down Yasuo early.
This is going to be an interesting game, to say the least. I think I still have the confidence in this Florida Southern team to pull it off, but it's not going to be as easy as I think the other comps would be.
Interesting to say the least. Looking at Kid might naturally be for the team fights, which will make this Varus pretty useful. Main root really hurt KSU, or how KSU with that, and then as well being a really good team fight character.
It's true.
Tom Kench being Varus here.
Basically, the Florida Southern does have a lot to do to keep off, to peel for this Varus, and most of their team is looking to go into one big, massive team. That's the goal of a lot of these champions on the side of Florida Southern. If Kennesaw State can stay separated, Florida Southern might struggle with the team fight situation here.
And that's interesting because both teams are going for like a team fight thing, but going in different ideas of it.
True.
FSC wants Kennesaw to stay up, whereas Kennesaw is looking at FSC. If you're grouped up, you die instantly.
We want to be grouped up too.
Yeah, like both sides want the other to be grouped up, but for a different reason.
Yes.
Kennesaw being like they want just a ton of knockups, right? They want to get Yasuo in there and have him just kill everything instantly.
Or even Diana ult. You look at that Malphite ult.
Malphite ult into Yasuo.
You have a lot. AoE ult. So both teams want the other team to be clumped up. And which team won't be clumped up? Probably be the one favors. Yeah, does more favorably. See.
I'd say the one that, because that's deciding like half the team fights. They position.
It's true. I think a lot of these games though comes down to early game before we get to team fights to see who wins those early team fights. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and going off of that, last match, I'd say like both sides are really, really good. When they were behind, they would at the very least try to keep it as even as possible.
Yes.
They wouldn't go in and do stupid. They wouldn't go for things they know they couldn't get. They would play it safe and do their best to catch up. Whether they could or couldn't didn't matter. They just made sure that they were like taking the time to not.
Absolutely. We've got one more minute until we're in game. We're waiting for the spectator delay to finish up. So let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in 1 minute. Here we go. We are in game number 2 of this best of 3 series. Again, Florida Southern College versus Kennesaw State University. Florida Southern is on the blue side again this game. Kennesaw State elected to stay on the red side. And here we go. Definitely going to be an interesting game. And we see a 5-man invade on the side of Florida Southern. Diana should be able to see this coming. And she does. She's going to back off. Florida Southern going to turn right back around, most likely.
Well, it's interesting because if you look at the pink, KSU just says, yeah, 5 people are here, just go into FSC's red, or at least toward it. Not sure how Kennesaw is going to react to this, if they're going to let FSC take the trade or what, but I think they're just going to fight for it. Get the vision, see where Xinzao goes after he gets...
Both teams pulling back. Both of them have warded each other's red. They know where they're going to start. Both teams are starting right on top of an enemy ward. That's what's happening. Interesting. We're probably going to see a Din Zhao clearing red, clearing his blue, and then going for a gank top. Whereas on the other side, we'll see the clear red, clear blue, and then a gank bottom. So it'll be interesting to watch to see what happens here in the next 4 minutes.
Wait, so...
Quite a good little oak combo that Varus and TK have.
The top and mid lane for both teams switched?
Oh, it does look like it's switched. You have a Ken in mid with the Malphite switching to mid.
Like, both just said, I don't want to deal with that, and switched?
It appears that is the case, yes. They both tried to switch, and that just led to same matchup.
I think... Okay, I have a theory, right? So, Malphite saw Kennen and said, wow, that's a lot of poke, I don't want that, right? And Yasuo said, I have a wall, I can prevent that. And then FSC saw that, and it's just like, they're gonna switch, because they don't want to get poked.
Maybe this is a big brain swap by Florida Southern to keep the matchups the same.
Because, like, if you're looking at, like, the map here, like, it looks like FSC's a lot more comfortable with this matchup than KSU is.
It does get hit by turret there. Ilios looks like get this. Like gonna get the first plate.
That's really close for first plate. Not even 4 minutes in.
That is
impressive to say the least.
There's some nice poke by Kennen. Malphite gonna be half health now.
FSC bot lane doing the same they did before, playing more passive role, trying to stay under the turret, farm, and then scale. Meanwhile, top and mid are just, once again, poking until Kennesaw just can't take it anymore. Diana being a little sneaky. FSC's Krugs. Take those from him.
Not sure if they know there. I don't think they do. But they're about to find out as Xin Zhao's coming Krugs. Now they see her. She's going to flash away. They're going to flash back. Tom Kench's going to knock him up. This is going to be a big fight. There's a first blood for Florida Southern as Tom Kench picks up the first kill.
Might hurt a little with Tom Kench getting the only kill from there, but the others still get that assist goal, which can be absolutely massive.
Lulu and Aphelios both wasted flash as well. That could potentially be a huge advantage for this Varus and Tom Kench on the side of Florida Southern.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Only summoner on the KSU side for bot is Smite, or is Ignite, while FSC only had to use Exhaust there. Bot lane, that's pretty good. Well, Dragowski doing a little bit of domination top lane against this Yasuo, not letting him do anything.
Yeah. Swap.
Thank you. I was starting to get confused looking at it.
And starting to get a nice little farm lead here, up 13 farm against this Malphite.
The numbers you like to see. Top lane and mid lane both doing well with farm. Bot lane has finally gotten that lead against Aphelios here with gold. Aphelios backing so that he can probably pick up an item, seeing what he buys. Just got basic boots. Interesting, because Aphelios brought cold this time, so he just wants to farm.
Does.
Lulu possibly seeming like she was interested in a gank mid, realized, kind of noticed, decided, nah, not the best choice.
Takes two turret shots there. Dragowski's not going to like that.
I think I'm still remembering what happened last game. I saw the funny balls for the root from Aphelios appear, and I literally said, "Where is Syndra? Who's getting ulted?"
Yeah, that was that'd be a scary sight.
Tell me, enemies 7.
That wouldn't be fun.
Dragowski just kind of catching this wave here. Looks like he wants to back afterwards. Top lane being a pretty chill lane. Both sides just doing the thing, farming, trying to get a gold lead on the other. Mid lane, and is pressuring Malphite so hard. Malphite 13 CS behind, and this early, that's a huge gold lead.
We might be seeing a swap again here. Malphite's heading top, Yasuo heads mid. But we're seeing the same switch for Florida Southern. Florida Southern is not letting them make this switch. They're going to keep this favorable matchup for both of their champions.
But as we were talking about earlier, yeah, it was definitely like an FSC reading KSU's swap and then getting ahead of them. So that now anytime KSU swaps, they're losing farm and FSC just has to fall.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Dragon's still up. No one's taken a dragon yet. We're not at the 8-minute mark.
When does dragon spawn again?
It's up right now. No one took it.
When does it spawn? First place?
Oh, 5 minutes.
Pretty slow from what we before.
Yeah, usually it's right off spawn. Florida Southern likes to play those objectives. A nice little trade there by Dragowski. Nice little poke there again by Kennen.
Malphite trying to exist under tower. Kennen just says no, stuns him under his own tower.
Seeing a pretty massive gold lead, or farm lead on this Renekton, continuing to grow. Now 81 farm to 63.
Diana just grabbed Dragon bot side.
First Dragon going on the side of Kennesaw State.
And we missed saying it, but FSC just grabbed Rift. Got to ask when they were going to grab it. So they
It's
got
a good
that
trade
nice
there.
trade.
Yeah, they traded the Dragon for the Rift. That's a pretty good trade for that first Dragon.
Yeah, it's kind of like base stat versus just getting more.
Really good poke here again by Kennen.
Every time I see it, it kind of leaves me speechless. Malphite just has to sit there and take it. Nothing he can do.
No, there's nothing. Nothing he can do.
What is he gonna do? Ult the Kennen and then get ulted back?
Potentially. I mean, that's kind of his one option. Oh, man.
Hi, I'm the all-in character, and you're the one who wants me to go all-in. Okay. That Guardian on Lulu's side, like that rune is really coming in clutch for her. Just kind of canceling out a lot of Varus's poke with his.
True. Varus does have a nice farm lead, though. Continuing to see this farm lead expand on the side of Florida Southern, which I think is important and going to be really, really good for the Mox as we start looking into team fights.
FSC is going for turret here, dropping Rift bot lane to get one more plate. Turret's gone.
First turret to finish off. Nice pickup there by Dyracon. Nice 2 kills on the side of Florida Southern.
2 kills and a turret, only losing to Raikon.
Yes. A really good trade. Takes a turret there too. Now Yas with the ult. Dragowski. Nice knockup by Tom Kench. That's going to be a huge turnaround for Florida Southern as they pick up another kill here. Hipster G picking up that one. That's huge for Florida Southern.
And as we mentioned earlier, it's now confirmed Yasuo can ult off of Diana's ult.
Yes.
Which is going to be a
Not
little...
that it made a difference in that fight, but yes, it is
made
possible.
No difference. they would have gotten Renekton, except Tom Kent said, oh wait, my ult can eat teammates now, and then just kind of snapped
Yes.
Renekton, gave him a little shield.
Tom Kench did do that nice save there. Gonna continue to try to poke this Malphite back.
That Kennen animation kind of bothers me a bit. Just a PNG sliding around when he uses his view.
Oh, is it?
The little electric thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like a single PNG sliding around the
Oh
screen.
my god.
FSC almost having gotten 2 turrets there in the bot lane. Seeing the second tier turrets really low. Getting that ult off on Malphite, forcing him to ult away just to survive.
The Malphite ult as well as a Kennen ult. Renekton might be caught out here as gonna forced to use his ult, but yes, he does get unfortunate there. Did not see the Diana in the tri-bush. Is waiting.
FSC being really proactive when happens when it gets caught out, and instead of just kind of sitting around looking for a team fight in a 4v5 or anything like that, they just go somewhere else and say, okay, I'm gonna take this objective, get that extra goal.
Yeah. Most of the side of Kennesaw State is in the bot side of the map, and most of the Florida Southern side is on the top side. Doing some trading. TP from Renekton gonna pick up this minion wave in the bot lane.
Relatively speaking, this puts Kennesaw at advantage. They already have drag pit control.
Dude, we have Dragon coming up in 25 seconds. There is a 3K gold lead on the side of Florida Southern, so they are probably a little bit stronger on average.
Yeah. Everybody on FSC side has completed first item.
This is a very awkward timed back on the side of Kennesaw State. As Dragon does spawn in 10 seconds, they won't be there in time to meet it at spawn. They do have some vision, but if Florida Southern is going to be the first ones to this Dragon when it comes off spawn, and they're going to have the advantage when it comes to trying to pick it up.
FSC taking Dragon. Diana probably looking for a gank top lane and then going to take Rift afterwards.
That objective control was absolutely amazing on the side of Florida Southern. An ult by Diana. Cannon's going to have to flash away. Tom Kench coming in now. Varus is also coming in. Nice tongue licking by Tom Kench. Slowing down this Malphite. Malphite going to have to ult away just to survive.
Part of me feels in some ways that was like great objective control on like the side of FSC, and then terrible macro on the side of Kennesaw. They had full control of that dragon pit and could have had that dragon and then all backed.
If they had the gold where they needed to buy some things, they should have backed 15 seconds before that.
Yeah.
Now Rift Herald spawning. Florida Southern going to pick up a Rift Herald potentially here.
Most likely. Diana seems a little preoccupied trying to get Kennen away from the tower.
Yeah, if Kennesaw State does not have vision of this Rift Heralds, they might not even know it's being taken. Now they know, as Varus picks up that Rift Herald.
They do indeed.
Now they're heading towards top lane. They might be throwing this Rift Herald down, potentially, depending on how much is left on this turret.
Seems Florida Southern is just opting to take this turret raw, not trying to waste the scuttle there.
The Rift Herald.
Rift
Scuttle. Big Scuttle. Large
beetle.
Large beetle. Gold lead has expanded to just over 4K now.
Florida Southern feels like water running through just very slowly but surely eroding at it, and then just creating a larger and larger gap as they go in.
Yeah.
Florida Southern being so impressive.
And Zhao now poking this Malphite out.
Varus has about half of this Rift Herald left. Ration might want to find a place to use it soon so he isn't pressured into accidentally using it after he backs.
It's true. But Diana going to ult and flash.
Use everything on
Somehow Varus is surviving, but here we go now. Yasuo now diving. Gonna pick up that kill. But not before Diana goes down. Kennen with an ult. Can't quite finish the Lulu. Gonna be caught out potentially here. Now Renekton going in. Done up. A nice pick up there on the Lulu. Another fight going down on this end. The Raikon picks up a kill on Yas, but Renekton falls as Philios picks up that kill.
3 for 3, even though that was even. If there were any shutdowns, which it looks like there probably were on the side of FSC, that really wasn't.
It was a very scattered fight for sure. I don't think either team felt like that was the fight they wanted, but that's the fight they got. So they took what they could.
Agreed. Still really curious to where Varus is going to use this Rift Herald, because Kennesaw just hasn't wanted to give him any space to put it down.
Yeah, this Rift Herald is gonna be coming up pretty soon here. They might use it with the dragon spawn. So the play could be potentially when Dragon spawns, you drop the Herald mid. That'll pull the entire Kennesaw team to mid to stop the Herald, and then Florida Southern just picks up the Dragon pretty.
Possibly, especially with the turret. Like, the turret would be so low if they do, if the Rift Herald is able to.
It's an easy way, and there's the summon for the Rift Herald. It's going down in mid lane just at the time that Dragon is about to spawn. We're seeing that exact play happening here. Herald is going to get its charge off. Diana trying to go in on this Varus, going to ult, and that's a Yas ult to follow it up. But Tom Kench swallows the Varus. Varus is still alive. A lot of back and forth here. A knock-up by Yasuo. And a Kennen ult.
Kennen ult and Flash getting pretty much finishing off that team fight there, getting so many stuns off that that Kennesaw stage just couldn't handle it.
That's almost an ace. Malphite the only one able to walk away. Florida Southern going to pick up the mid turret. Now they're going to continue to push this lane and turn towards Dragon. Will be the second Dragon for Florida Southern.
By the looks of it, they also have their eyes to just quick grab bot turret as well right after.
Either bot turret or they shift their focus to Baron. I'm not quite sure. We'll see though. Looks like they're going to back and reset, buy up some items with the gold they have to spend, and then probably look towards a Baron fight. Now's the time where you're going to want to push top and mid lane, get some priority so you can pick up a Baron.
An interesting contrast from last game. Although Florida Southern is ahead by quite a large amount, it's not as focused on one person as we've seen. It's kind of like dispersed throughout the rest of the team quite nicely.
It is. Let's look at this gold here. Renekton, nice gold lead there. Zinzao, nice gold lead. But yeah, exactly what you're saying. There's not a massive fed one individual. Spread pretty evenly. And now Zinzao looking to fight with this Malphite. Malphite gonna try to jump over the wall, misses that jump. Blastberry being slowed. That's a double ult there combo. Lulu flashing out. Picking up the kill on Lulu is Zinzao Duraikon. Dash in, can't quite take down the Aphelios. Bench gonna take a couple turret shots, and then Duraikon's gonna take a couple.
There's Aphelios throwing out his Infernum. Quite an interesting choice there. Did some damage to FSC, but not much past that.
Yas and Diana are going to pick up that turret in the bot lane. That's going to include some objective gold. Now Florida Southern's going to look to defend this mid turret against this Malphite and Aphelios.
Just in the past, like, minute or two, Kennesaw has narrowed this gold lead down quite a bit, actually, by around like 2 or 3K.
They have.
Which is quite impressive considering.
Kennesaw State team is now kind of invading the jungle on the side of Florida Southern, looking for a potential pick. Looks like they're setting up vision for Baron here.
Correct. I think their main idea was just trying to make sure that FSC didn't have any vision in case they're going to try to check a Baron, so that they could get a cheeky pick off like this from the bush.
There's a Melf ult with a Yas ult. Now Kennen ult. This is going to be a nice team fight on the side of Florida Southern. Kennesaw State could only get 2 champions in their combo, their wombo combo there, whereas Florida Southern got to pick those 2 up quickly. That's 3 kills on the side of Florida Southern versus 0 for Kennesaw State, as the Mox now turn towards Baron.
And we discussed earlier how, like, the entire idea of both teams is to get, like, an other team in a very large clumped up group to just start firing off ult to them all. The only issue is Kennesaw has not gotten really any opportunities at all to get more than a 1 or 2 person knockup for Yasuo. It's Kind of surprising. You have Lulu ult, you have Malphite ult, you have Diana ult. Can't seem to.
We're seeing Duraikon here to suffocate this Kennesaw State team by taking all the camps in their jungle. Not much gold for Kennesaw State to pick up.
61 gold lead.
That's a pretty big gold lead on the side of Florida Southern and Duraikon.
Other than that, once again, CS between like each side is relatively close. Again, like, good job on Kennesaw for keeping. Nothing much happening right now. FSC got the Baron there, didn't they?
They did. They picked up the Baron. The next objective now on the map is this Infernal Drake. Going to spawn in 40 seconds, so you see Florida Southern kind of favoring that bot side of the map. Renekton does have TP up, so he will be pushing on that top side. Yasuo does not have TP, so this is going to be a TP advantage on the side of Florida Southern when we look at split pushing. They should be able to get this a nice dragon fight in the favor of Florida Southern if they even have to fight for it. Now we're looking 20 seconds till dragons spawn, and Kennesaw State just does not even look like they're going to contest it.
Well, again, like from the previous match, you know, looking at the positioning and how they react to being behind, they're a type of team that really wants to minimize damages. They'll go for like a small pick on Renekton or something like that on one side of the map, and then not really go for much more than that.
No.
Which in some ways can be positive if you know that the enemy team is going to make a lot of mistakes. The only issue is when the enemy team doesn't make a lot of mistakes, it doesn't give you much room to come back. Because now you're both getting the same amount of gold at the same rate, and until late game you're not coming back because you're not gaining gold faster than them.
True.
You're not catching up until they already have a full build, and by then they've probably ended the game.
Correct. Now Yasuo and Diana do pick up this outer turret on the top side, and they had to back immediately because Florida Southern was pushing that bot side. Now they're gonna just clear up this this wave of minions as Florida Southern backs, picks up some gold, and now their focus now. There's not another objective, neutral objective until Baron in 3 minutes. So now you kind of got to look from Florida Southern's perspective. How much Baron do we have left, and can we get a inhib with it? And what we'll see here, it looks like is going to be a split push Renekton, the rest of them potentially looking mid, as they clear some of this vision in the jungle of Kennesaw State.
By the looks of it, we're probably not going to see much action for the next few minutes unless fight breaks out in Kennesaw's red jungle here. There's no objectives really to be grabbed. Baron ran out for FSC, so I'm guessing they're probably just going to split up, farm for a bit, come back when they need to get something. So
Yeah, absolutely. Every time they kind of hit this 6K gold difference, Kennesaw State's found a way to claw back 1 or 2K, and then immediately, almost immediately after, somehow Florida Southern gets back up to this 7K gold lead. I don't even know why I said that.
don't insult us. We're not the Seminoles.
Oh my god. Because everyone calls us Florida State. When they always put FSU in everything. Nice gold lead again on the side of Florida Southern as they continue to kind of farm these waves, pushing in their waves to continue this pressure.
Can we take a quick look at the gold in reference to like each champion?
Absolutely.
Because, yeah, like, especially bot lane, this is absurdly close considering the general gold difference. Like, what, Varus has 11,100, 11,400, where Aphelios has 11,200.
Yeah, it's pretty even there. We do see in the mid lane and the jungle a pretty big difference in gold on the side of Florida Southern. And then Lulu versus Tom Kench. Tom Kench is a pretty deep card. There's a lot of excitement going down here under the turret of Kennesaw State.
Yeah, it was an interesting choice to start fighting there under the turret by Florida Southern ended up almost turning into a 4v5 under tower, which really scary. Kennesaw seems to have a lot of lifesteal on their team here.
Interesting that Kennesaw State is going towards the bottom side of the map when Baron spawns in 25 seconds. Dragon does spawn in a minute 30, but Florida Southern's going to be able to take Baron before Dragon even spawns. Kennesaw State is looking at getting vision on the bot side of this map. Now they are looking towards that Baron potentially. A pickup on Yasuo. Yasuo goes down.
Yasuo goes down before you can even ult there. Diana using her ult, but Yasuo is already stunned, so he could not even react to it if he wanted to. With Diana's ult down, I'm not sure if she can do anything about this Baron unless she just wants to end.
This should be a free Baron on the side of Florida Southern. Kennen is bot lane, pulling all of the pressure of this Kennesaw State team. Ult by Malphite going to pick up that kill on Kennen, but not without the loss of Baron. Now Renekton knocking on the door of the base of Kennesaw State as he is trying to take down this inhib. Going to back out after the backing on Kennesaw State.
Yeah, in some ways I'm really questioning Kennesaw State's logic. In some ways they're making good moves, but it feels like they give up on a lot of things way too easily. And I don't know if that's my low elo brain going brr, but I look at it and they go for like the one guy who's separated, which is cool and all because they can't win a team fight, but it feels like they do that even when they're relatively even.
Yeah, it seems like their objective control and communication just is a little off compared to Florida Southern. Florida Southern is looking really clean in this series. Nice pickup there. Philios being slowed and is going to go down. Xin Zhao takes that kill.
Florida Southern probably going to take Drag Soul here. Diana rotating to top side, possibly to farm whatever is left in her jungle.
This will be Dragon Soul going on the side of Florida Southern. Infernal is going to increase the damage of their team. And that is not something you want to see. You are Kennesaw State.
And at this point, Florida Southern has just expanded this gold league to 10K. Kind of canceled out that whole thing we were talking about earlier where Kennesaw State will get $1 or $2 grand back. Nah, Florida Southern's not having it in.
No. They are knocking on the door, literally, of this, the base of Kennesaw State. Looks like they're actually potentially going to back here, buy up one last time before a final team fight, potentially.
Possibly. It's looking like Kennen wants to just take this bot lane real quick, push that up to put more pressure onto Kennesaw State.
They do have the two. They have the top and the mid inhib, so now they're going to be pushing the bot lane most likely.
I'm guessing Florida Southern's probably about at full build right now.
Back over. Fairly close.
Yeah. Kennesaw State, just at the same item point, but it feels like a draft difference now. Past like decision making, like they have the same items, but Kennesaw is just doing something that is hindering them.
The objective control on the side of Florida Southern has been absolutely phenomenal. Kennesaw today. Really excited to see that. And now Florida Southern's going to have to, now gets to figure out how to break into this base. Does miss the ult there, Varus. But no one saw that.
Nobody, not even us.
No. Definitely not.
An interesting point to be made. It felt like Kennesaw bet literally everything on Yasuo here, but didn't prioritize him as far as getting him fed goes. He's 4 and 6, but
the multiple lane swapping to ensure that the favorable matchup was on the side of Florida Southern, I think was important for this match. Tom Kench now saving his teammate. A nice pickup there. A nice Diana ult goes immediately into Zanya's, but then is erased immediately there. Now Daraikon doing a little bit of poking, making sure this Aphilio stays in base. And now Renekton and Tom Kench just knocking at this Nexus.
Game over. FSC 2-0 against Kennesaw State. Absolutely massive goal difference.
That is going to be the series on the side of Florida Southern, picking up the series 2-0 against Kennesaw State. Florida Southern now moves to 5-0 in the Peach Belt Conference, with their next game being tomorrow. Absolutely massive win for Florida Southern. Again, Kennesaw State is the 2 seed in the Peach Belt. Florida Southern is the 3 seed, so technically from a seeding perspective, this was an upset. So really proud of the team here pulling out this win, and I'm really excited to see how they do in the rest of the Peach Belt. Any final thoughts, T?
Florida Southern's just a monster to be feared.
They're a monster to be feared. Respect the Mocs, man.
They put that wedge in with the gold lead and just widen it until you can't handle it anymore. Fucking your.
Exactly. Florida Southern looked really clean today. I'm really excited for them. Congratulations, Mocs. Moving to 5-0 again in the Peach Belt Conference. They are on the top of their side of the bracket. They'll be back with some action tomorrow. But until next time, again, I'm your host, Coach Antor.
And I am T.
And this is T. Thanks for joining, T. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by. We'll see you on the next broadcast.